The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first onstage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I can feel a little bit elated that you're happy. By virtues of the powers vested in me as the Principal and Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the gathering of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayers, meditations, and affirmations to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated in this occasion. Can we take a moment of silence? Thank you. You may be seated. let me take this opportunity to recognize the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency, former President, in these graduations. And in particular, I recognize Professor Tenjiwe Meiwa, the Vice Principal, Research, Postgraduate Studies, and Innovation and Commercialization. Professor Zodo Mutsa Madikani, the Vice Principal for Teaching and Learning and Engage Scholarship. Mr. Mutebele, the Operations and Facilities VP. The Registrar of the University, Professor M.S. Mutata, Mr. T.M. Sekhaichu, Executive Director, ICT and Governance, Mr. Shaida Johnson, Dr. Shaida Johnson, Acting Regional Director, Western Cape. Let me take the opportunity also to recognize the custodians of the knowledge systems, knowledge arena, the deans of the colleges and their representatives. From the College of Law, Professor Budeli Nemakonde, Acting Deputy Executive Dean. College of Human Sciences, Professor S.M. Talley, Acting Director, School of Arts. College of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor Mudau, Executive Dean. Professor G. Naidu, Director. From the Colleges of Science, Engineering, and Technology, Professor Dube, the Acting Executive Dean, Professor M. Nindi, College Representative. From the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Professor M.M. Twasa, the Deputy Dean, Professor Makwe, the Acting Executive Dean of the College of Education, with Professor M.M. Dichaba, College Representative. From the College of Accounting Sciences, colleagues, Dr. M. Songwan, the Acting Executive Dean, Professor R. Ramphal, Acting School Director, Accountancy, Mr. V.F. Msiza, College Representative, Professor Msweli, from the Graduate School of Business, their spouses and partners. Let me also recognize the supervisors, Professor F.A. Mouton in absentia, and Professor May for their graduates. The administrative staff of the university, the academic staff, as well as the professional staff, particularly those who are quietly ensconced in the preparations of the graduations. And the Chancellor's address this morning will be delivered by Professor Makwe from the College of Education and colleagues. I want to recognize also our graduates this morning. We really are appreciative of their presence, and so are the families. Good morning. Now that all protocols have been observed, good morning. Good morning. Molweni, Sanbonani, Dumelang, Absheni, Lochani, Dimategwana, Jambo, Ni hao. We were just testing if Cape Town has become the arena of the global knowledge encounter. It is with a great sense of privilege, colleagues, that I welcome you back to the 2022 spring graduation ceremonies of this august university, the asset of the nation, the university that allows opportunities and possibilities, and that nurtures the dreams and optimizes them to become accomplishments, which we are this morning celebrating your own graduation, your own accomplishments, and the testament to your resilience this morning. So good morning. We truly appreciate your presence here. Welcome. We also welcome your families that have also accompanied you this morning to celebrate this beautiful testament of your success. And we are proud that you're celebrating your graduation just as we are nearing just a few days, less than 60 days, or even 100 days, towards the celebration of 150 years of the University of South Africa as the first university in the world to have developed this idea of distance learning system in the world. It's an invention that UNISA is proud of, but also that South Africa and the African continent are proud of, because by being the pioneer, the leader, the inventor of this quality system that ensured the inclusivity in terms of enabling education to be acquired even as people are studying or working or doing other things, is an invention that 149 years later, in the aftermath of COVID-19, has become even more relevant, not just for the education sector, but for varied sectors of society that have recognized that people can work or do study, research, even where they are, using multimodality, something that deserves a round of applause, colleagues. Today, we have more than 1 million alumni spread across the world, making the world a better place to live in. Among this, we have really good examples for you to following up on. Some of them are on this stage as alumni of the University of South Africa, but the standard is a little bit high because it's either you choose the track of the professorate or you choose to be a head of a country or a head of a political opposition or a head of a transnational company or even a head of an intergovernmental court in the world. So your dreams, colleagues, perhaps you thought today you've accomplished, but it's an invitation even to rise above the dreams you might have set for yourself. For our alumni include, amongst others, President Mandela, the former president of South Africa, the first democratic president. That's what you are going to be following on, colleagues. But the current president is also a graduate of the University of South Africa. And our Chancellor is also a graduate of the University of South Africa. We have the Deputy Chief Justice Dikgang Moseneke, Judge Thokozile Masipa, Justice Edwin Cameron, the former Reserve Bank Governor Jill Marcus, the businessman Mark Lamberti, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Town, Dr. Mampela Rampela, the current governor of our governor, the Reserve Bank, Mr. Lesetja Kganyago, businesswoman Basitsana Khumalo, and there are many others, colleagues, that have walked through the stages of UNISA, having accomplished as you are. And we ask you not really to look up to them, but to look at the invitation that they share with you as the graduate of this university. So we want to encourage you as you join the list of illustrious human beings that have done indelible work in the country, continent, and the global arena, to recognize that your graduation is important. It is the pinnacle, a celebration, a sacred moment for acknowledging your accomplishment and a reward to your academic success. Our pursuit of academic excellence as the university is anchored in the understanding of academic freedom, excellence, success, global impact as important imperatives. We recognize that our regional experiences have located academic freedom firmly not just as an aspect of expressing our human rights and our responsibilities towards other people's human rights, but it's also to remind us that education is not just an elite indulgence, but it is a public good. It's an opportunity for all to harness their possibilities and their contributions in the varied aspects of social life, whether economic, political, social, or ecological. This public interest drives the universities to ensure that they do not just mimic the challenges, oppressions, or even limitations of society. We are not considered, we don't want to think of universities as microcosms of society, because universities are spaces where those who are gifted, talented, the experts in the social knowledge systems that can change the world are located and must reimagine the lives of society and not mimic them. And that's why it's important to understand this particular important value. I also want to recognize that some of you graduates, maybe the first in your families as first generation graduates, we're truly appreciative of that. Some of you may come from a long line of successful individuals who would have succeeded in the different pursuits in their lives, and you might have felt like you have not succeeded, and now we are going to be celebrating with you this success. Our core mandate is teaching and learning, research and innovation, engage scholarship, and supporting our students as best as we can to ensure that they optimize their talents. Let me give you a little bit about UNISA. I have already told you that it's the first university in the world to invent distance education. I also want to remind you that our qualifications are accredited by the Council of Higher Education, but we also expose ourselves to analysis of the quality of our credentials in the global arena, in the participation in varied ranking systems. It's not just the varied ranking systems, but it's also the varied academic communities, epistemic communities and societies that our academics participate in. I want to remind you, if you have not been aware, that in 2022, the US News and World Report has published its 2022 Best Global University Rankings. This includes top 13 universities in South Africa, 10 of which include UNISA, are ranked amongst the 900 in the world. For the second consecutive year, the rankings have placed UNISA in good stead in the country. We've moved from being 921 in 2020 and in 2021, and in this year we are from 109.21, we're now 851 globally. That's an improvement, colleagues. We've also improved our rankings in terms of Times Higher Education World University Rankings, especially in the global impact. And I'd like to state that in 2020, we were in the 801 category on the global impact. That means the research that changes society, whose invention, products, processes are impacting positively our global arena. We were in the 801 category, and in 2022, colleagues, we're in 401 category. And it's very important that out of 5 open distance institutions that were ranked, UNISA performed really well in that category. Then, colleagues, in the most recent, which means 2 weeks ago or a week ago, Times Higher Rankings, subject rankings, I'm happy to tell you that UNISA is #1 in engineering sciences. We share this position with a neighbor university across called Stellenbosch and Northwest University, and we're truly proud of the accomplishments that this university is making. We've also been asked by the continent to really harness and create capacity infrastructures, architectures for protecting biodiversity of the continent through the Biogenome Project, the Africa Biogenome Project. This is a long-term project that tries to ensure that the resources of Africa, biotic resources of Africa, are known, mapped, and become relevant and life-affirming for Africa's development and our contribution in the global system. In conclusion, colleagues, it's also our commitment as the university to improving the support of our students, to ensuring the academics in our university have the necessary support and the requisite skills that they need in order that they pursue even more successes than what we are accomplishing. We are also in the processes of ensuring in the fourth industrial revolution, which many of us are attentive to, that our professional and administrative staff already go through the processes of training, retraining, reskilling, and upskilling so that they are able to participate in the world of the future or of the present that is characterized by digital knowledge as the center of the systems of knowledge. Finally, colleagues, the selflessness of the professors, the academics, the professionals, the gardener, the cleaner at UNISA, who all collaborate to ensure that we provide quality education, is what makes this university a stellar university, a university of leaders. Welcome to the University of the Land, the University of Leaders, and may you enjoy the graduations. Thank you. At this point, colleagues, let me invite Professor Magwe, the Acting Executive Dean of the College of Education, to deliver the Chancellor's address. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, friends, sisters, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, all these proud people who are sitting here. Madam VC, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share the Chancellor's address. Before I go any further, I need to acknowledge my bosses. But because there are so many, all of them in this stage are all here for you. So you are one of the lucky group where everyone is here to celebrate with you. So, Madam Vice Chancellor, can I ask you to allow me to say all protocol observed? The list was long. I heard you reading it out. It was very long. I don't want to be in trouble with any of these people. As you know, you don't want to get in trouble with your teachers and lecturers and your bosses. Thank you very much, colleagues. And it's good to be here. It's good to be in this place. It's good for some of us who have come here to come and see you celebrate this special day with your parents, with your sisters, brothers, friends, uncles, aunts, husbands, this side, and some of them are up there, just to see you going across this threshold and receiving your degree. That's very special. It's a special moment for you because these people are the ones who prayed for you, are the ones who made coffee to make sure that you are awake to study. These are the people who carried you through where you are right now. So it's important for us to acknowledge them, and thank you for coming. And thank you for sharing these proud moments to be here. It's good to be here to share your joy and seeing one of you achieve in your educational endeavor. Today is the day of celebration for your achievements. So let's put on our dancing shoes. Let's ululate if we have to. Let's sing, let's dance. Do what you can do because this is your day as an individual, not as a group. We look at you as an individual. Remember, when we're teaching you in an ODL environment, we taught you as an individual, didn't we? You were doing it on your own. Were you doing it with other people? There was no classroom. You were sitting on your desk, on your computer, working alone. So today, you're going to celebrate alone. So colleagues, it also gives me a great pleasure to present the Chancellor's address, our Chancellor, former President Thabo Mbeki, and I hope I'm going to represent him well. Some of you will be taking this step, the first step in walking across the threshold. Some of you are coming back for the second time, but I will not stop until you come back here in a red gown. And I want to see a whole lot of you in a red gown. And it's doable. And it's doable. If you have done the first year, can you imagine after you've done this and you graduate, what is stopping you from now? Nothing. You have gone through the worst. Then the next ones, it's just like you go on and on and on. Yes, I know that sometimes you hated your lecturers for not responding to your emails. Sometimes you didn't like us, the comments that we made. Sometimes you just tolerated us and say, well, if this is what they want, I'll give it to them. But when all is said and done, we are building a character in you. We made you resilient. We made you focused. We made you know what you are looking for. And that's what we want. When you started this journey, you had a vision in mind. And this vision was not really about walking across this threshold. Your vision was to become someone who is different from what you were before. Then you took a first step and said, if I want to reach that person that I want to be in 2023 or in 2022, I have to start registering. So you did your first step. That was your first step. By making that decision, that nagging voice that I have to do something about my life, I have to change something about my life. And you did. And we appreciate you for doing that. And there are times when it was not easy. There are times when the journey was really, really tough. There are times when you thought of giving up, and you talked to your friends, you talked to your family, and they kept on saying, you know, go ahead. Please don't give up on us. Don't give up on you, don't give up on us. And you made it this far. So you can't reach this far and leave us either. We are excited with your performance. We are excited with what you have come here to do. I must say, UNISA students are one of a kind. You are not like any other student. You took risks. Some of you are family men and women. Some of you are people who are responsible for extended families. And yet, you studied alongside that. Some of you are first-generation graduates. You have never seen this before in your family, even around your neighborhood, but you did it. That's why I call you are one of a kind, a person who is able to take risks through studying at a distance. It's not easy. All of us have studied. We grew up knowing that when you study, there's someone in the classroom who's going to be looking at you, who's going to be teaching you and nudging you as you go along. And all of a sudden, we're not there. We just sent you study material and say, make sense out of this. And you did. And you did. You sat there. Some of us knew that we learned from other people. I learned how to cook pap from seeing how my grandmother does it. And I thought I was the expert until I met other people who have grandmothers who taught them how to make pap. And mine was not as great as the others. But anyway, she did her best. You learned how to braai from your uncle, or that favorite uncle that we all know has the hand for it. Because we learned those things from those people. And when we were thrust into doing this on our own, it was very difficult. It was very, very difficult, but we still persevered. Hence, we have that resilient character that we built in you, the character of perseverance, the character of taking risks. When COVID-19 hit our shores in March 2020, and everyone was forced to stay at home to cap the spread of the virus, and when all other institutions were forced to teach remotely, you guys were like, this is us. You were swimming. It was like, wow. All of you are here to ask us how it's done. We've been in this place for a long time. So you did it. You did it when people were struggling to make sense in the first place of how do I do this on my own. But because you have perfected that skills and you made people to realize that this is serious stuff, you can do it. And we moved seamlessly into this world that we know so well and we're comfortable. Even those that questioned our quality, and many of them did, they found that this time around, they have to come back. They have to come to us to ask us, what is it that we did, and we did it so well. So COVID-19, bad as it was, the pandemic bad as it was, it provided us as a university, as you, the alumni of the university, you'll become alumni by the way, after you've crossed the threshold and the VC has put something on your head, then you become an alumni. Now you're still a student. We call you a student. But it did really force us to work differently. It also brought to the fore that we may need certain skills that we are not aware of. We were already operating in a digital space of studying anywhere, any place, and any time. So there's no doubt in the world that you are going to, the world that is going to be our new normal, it will find you ready, because you've already started doing that work long before everybody else was thinking about it. By the way, the world of the future, the world that you'll be operating in, and the world that COVID has introduced it to us, is that it's a world of flexibility. You have to work in a flexible environment. It's a world that is open to all of us, that is accessible, that is inclusive. It doesn't matter where you come from. It's the world that can actually make us equal, as we saw how it was. It's the world that also encouraged people to work collaboratively. And through social media, we use social media. Can you imagine if there were no social media during that time? We'd be dead by now, without any communication of some sort with other people. So those social media kept us going. And it's this world that encouraged scientists, for the first time, I think, in the history of mankind, to share their knowledge with the rest of the world, to share with other scientists, so that they can come up with a vaccine very, very quickly. If that world was not there of openness, of open access, the world that we are familiar with at UNISA, of working collaboratively, we'll still be wearing masks now. Maybe we wouldn't even be having this graduation ceremony that we have today. So scientists came up with a vaccine because they shared, which is central to the value system of Ubuntu. Ubuntu teaches us to share. And education, by nature, is about sharing. So when you go out into the world, share your knowledge, share your abilities, share your competencies. It's not all about you. It's also about how you share and work in a less competitive world. The world that you'll be entering in will expect you to work collaboratively, because things change, and they're changing very, very fast. So, and digital technologies has enabled us to communicate and learn collaboratively with people you've never met or even know. So this is the world that we'll be entering into. And this is the world that I believe is the one that will catapult us to the future that we want. The future that will make us participate in things that are new, like the gig economy, where you are going to have 3 or 4 jobs that you are just juggling, where you are going to look specifically at the developmental needs, the developmental economy, the knowledge economy, all these, and the world that respects nature. Climate change is upon us. And it's important that as a graduate, you need also to consider some of these aspects, because if it's upon us, we expect you, scientists, we expect humanities people to come and talk about the ethics of the climate change. We expect you to participate in this world, because if we don't do that, then the world will judge us harshly for going through university and not being able to address the developmental issues, the climate change issues that we have to work with. So we have to live side by side with nature. To operate in this world that I'm talking about, we need skills. And those skills are what made this university survive for so many, many years. Next year, we'll be celebrating 150 years. And we hope that wherever you are at your corners, and we'll be hunting for you to help us celebrate so that people can see what this university is all about. Yes, we have gone through this, and it's important for us to emphasize the importance of the education system that we find ourselves in, the education that we find ourselves in. So today, after you are kept by the VC, you'll become one of our alumni, and you'll be joining millions of people who sat like you some years ago. Remember, we are 150 years. So 150 years means a lot of people have gone through this. That's why I call it millions. Millions of, we produced Nobel Peace Prize winners, noble men and women, world-renowned scientists, businessmen, human rights activists, and peacemakers. And all these people want you to become like them. So it's important that also when I count these numbers and say, and when I say world-renowned scientists and said, I am one of them. When I say a Nobel Peace Prize winner, you must be one of them. So we are in this world to do that. It is this university that opened doors to those who would not have been able to access any form of higher education, and we are grateful to this university. To study at UNISA is a complex journey, and it requires specific skills such as tenacity, perseverance, adaptability, and courage, and these skills is what the world is looking for. I cannot think about any other person who would have gone through this without being resilient. Resilient people like yourselves have proactive attitude and risk-taking behavior, because that helped you to take that decision that kept on nagging you to take your first step despite the challenges that you were facing at the time. You still take the first step. In conclusion, today your family is here, friends and teachers, lecturers, everybody is here to witness your response to that nagging voice, inner voice, that made you want to study at this university. It therefore gives me immense pleasure to set you out into the world, because I know that you will make a difference. I know that one day I'll be counting you as one of our human rights activists, as one of our scientists, as one of our noble person in the world, as one of the person who's going to be talking about climate change and making a difference in this world. Thank you, colleagues. Well done and congratulations.
Oh. Colleagues, I'd like to thank Professor Magwe for her wonderful insights in encouraging you to understanding that the world is your oyster. You just have to ensure that your dreams, your actions, your agency is towards ensuring that your knowledge allows you wings to fly and to know that the sky is no longer the limit, but the frontier of research. Thank you, Professor Mutsa, for those words, and may you give her a round of applause. At this point, colleagues, may I request the deans of colleges to present the candidates to me for graduation. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Lux Mudanisi Sinwana receives the degree of Master of Laws. Madam Vice Chancellor, Shepard Solutu Sontundu receives the degree of Master of Arts.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Sisanda Daphne Kamagu receives the degree of Master of Business Leadership.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Francois Rousseau de Villiers. Beauty Lizeka Kakwe.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Carl Bartman received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The degree is obtained with distinction. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates will receive the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Zintle Priti Langa. Zintle? Zimkita Mahambehlala. Bonani Rosalind Mukumo.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Andile Judith Cele.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Rian Theonis Arense, the degree is obtained with distinction. Shamima Babu. Alicia Elizabeth Balo. David Walter Chow, degree obtained with distinction. Antoinette Kutsie. Simone Agatha Collins. Vusumzi Kapei. Busisiwe Pumla Mabelko. Esther Kamuhetsu Manda. Nolwazi Xolelwa Mpela. Faith Batavile Mvana. Nyarai Forgiveness Mwazie zenyu. Layola Nzambo. Gert Johannes Pieterse. Numisa Natasha Rai. Ahmed Mustafa Chufon. Claire Vedboy. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours. Monwabisi Sidwell Machoba. Sivuyile Emmanuel Cikwa.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education in the Honors Bachelor of Education. Christopher William White. Janet Ivy Felix received the Honors Bachelors of Education. You can go. Lehandri Ketten. IVN May. Colin Leah Delport. Anthea Jackson. Kirsten Elizabeth Plakis. Fatima Sheikh.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Rosalia Sonia Adams. Yolande Appel, degree obtained with distinction. Tandokazi Baba. Danica Barnard. Cordine Baptiste. Amanda Damoy. Caroline Janine Davidson. Caitlin Lee Delanye, degree obtained with distinction. Jenica Grobler. Marilisa Hanke, degree obtained with distinction. Jasmina Henriks. Zubeida Jano. Alvina Thelma Jefta. Marieda Latif. Candice Samantha Longenstein. Pooja Maharaj. Chawapiwa Magombe, degree obtained with distinction. Olivia Jacqueline McClune. Catherine Sarah Jane Morris, degree obtained with distinction. Nolufefe Mtalana. Kaylin Masha Numande. Juliet Teresa October. Michaela Potriter, degree obtained with distinction. Drusilla Cindy Prince. Nkawalisa Spiritual Siletile. Caroline Wilmine Smith. Juanita van Jaarsveld. Emma May Wood, degree obtained with distinction. Nazira Abuda Rahman, degree obtained with distinction. Melissa Andrea Boshoff. Shafiq Brenner. Amy Lee Brown. Fiona Ada Bruners. Tanika Ann Carter. Cyprian Jorinda. Almaruske Cordier, degree obtained with distinction. Tyler Dellis. Vusumzi Danti. Olani Vincent Estievers. Natasha Leilani Gallant, degree obtained with distinction. Mika Khoz. Leanne Gregg. Dominic Hayden Rage. Wesley Jordan, degree obtained with distinction. Shante Colleen Joubert. Michaela Jade Rolanda Leidver. Octavia Magai. Rotondwa Melta Malabi. Kurt G. Mateis. Samuel Shepherd Memese. Batabile Chriswell Ntaba. Monique Parker, degree obtained with distinction. Kelly Lee Ramawusa. Jane Reid, degree obtained with distinction. Marais Franco Retive. Laureen Trudine Shapiro. Kenneth Jason Henrik Sneyman. Pumlani Grand Soldat. Haney Brandon Sofat. Kelly Swanepoel. Rian Swart, degree obtained with distinction. Pakamisa Chachaza. Amrit van Dalien. Edrich Ion Janse van Rensburg. Tamrin Louise Klassen.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Nokuzola Kai received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration: Cyprian Clemens Nkomo. Bongiswa Nteta. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Marion Richards. Kinan Delport. Remy Arense. Boaz Boltman. Gideon Andres Delport. Monica Joanna Dutoit. Sivuyile Justice Kalamba. Jocelyn Lanele Heveld. Sarita Maxine Klein. Jacques Chris Coates, a degree obtained with distinction. Michelle Kim Lida. Shavir Lorman. Heshele Mark Mentor. Henry Christian Minar. Jennifer Elizabeth Nell, degree obtained with distinction. Ayesha Noor. Leanka Nicole Radloff, degree obtained with distinction. Pendulwa Mildred Snowball. Patricia Tolzoi Swartz. Kyle Chesrai Whittaker. Priscilla Yulana Hani.
Madam Vice Chancellor, The following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences.
Oluofaniswayo Agenu. Constance Alufasi. Rinaldo Erasmus. Elvonia Helena Fester. Justin Hansen. Alicia Kotze. Andries Johannes Engelbrecht Leroux. Lihani Lesh. Sheila Masia, degree obtained with distinction. Oyama Lorraine Ndi. Ayanda Tembekazi Mfatse. Elvina Bonita Nicholas. Janice Corette Opperman. Do Gebrand Rust. Naomi Renee Smith. Hallie Shone Stevens. Charlene Mary Swanepoel. Alfonso Denzil Swagelar. Natalia Sherin Van Niel.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Eldine Adams. Jerry Augustine. Aisha Babu. Kalinda Juniette Blancard. Yanga Budaza. Untlametsi Masiho Dlula. Julik Da. Tertius Gilbert. Kevin Govender. Shendri Grief, degree obtained with distinction. Lazola Carter. Matovela Matthews Kelly. Mamtaz Bigan Khan. Aleida Eugene Kramvenkel. Renette Jacqueline Lowe. Zian Nora Lowe. Fikiswa Madlingozi. Vongiswa Magovian. Chipiwa Confidence Mahada Makuekuwe. Yanga Malimba. Lungisani Mlungiselwa Mbele. Ayanda Nomaswazi Mtuki. Biggie Mchambera. Ungeziwe ngetu. Avuyile Nkololwane. Matimu Ntimbani. Ndalukwa Nyati. Emara Ori. Ramiz Dominic Peterson. Rita Olanda Pillay. Yenske Rukam. Tembisa Siwayiza. Nadine Stagi. Thea Lucia Stemet. Ntombi Enhlanhla Sheila Thabete. Herman Theo van Eden. Andrea Nikki van Harte. Za van Veengard. Cecilia Johanna van Zyl. Ronald Edward Wessels. Louise Willems Beige. Michaela Wilson. Nolwazi Zixogo. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Zinande Buti. Cassandra Crystal Jaftas. Kelly Lombard, degree obtained with distinction. Carl Simeon Melenda, degree obtained with distinction. Nomvelane Mdingi. Tobeka Miriam Plaki. Egnath Lucille van Seifer. Errol Junior Williams. Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Marcus John Boyzin. Noliyiso Gloria Kibeni. Kanyisile Zandile Mkwanazi. Cecil Angelo Peterson. Lusanda Sieka.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologiae. Thomas Quenet Chakwe. Denroy Erin Alfred Green, degree obtained with distinction. Ziad Isaacs. Ntogozi C. Thomas Madoda. Take your card. Amora Martins.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, The following candidates received the Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Vumani Lucky Adonis. Natasha Manewick, degree obtained with distinction.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request, we just have 10 minutes to go. Graduates, those of you who have graduated, can you please try to ensure that the others graduate with the dignity that we've accorded you? We just request 10 minutes, colleagues. We will be done. Can we try to ensure that we do not leave the hall before we finish? Thank you.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Cebulihle Jujuju received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologiae. Madam Vice Chancellor, Gerhard Johann Olivier received the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Linda Kathleen Fell. Nomtandazo Amelia Gedezan. Lee Doreen Leah. Zoliswa Mbilasa. Nondembeko Somlenze. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Andrew Herbert Stephens. Rose Winter, Hans V., degree obtained with distinction. Nicholas Willem Korb. Madam Vice Chancellor, the candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Kim Ramsey. Tracy Lee Boyson. Natsai Alice Budala. Degree obtained with distinction. Jodie Clareworth. Karen Lisa Cupido. Degree obtained with distinction. Shanaz Eloka. Gerlin Angelique Fitzgibbon. Stacy Foree. Thersha Jacobs. Timothy Philip Jacobs. Nolita January. Hedwig Kadzunge. Shilpi KC. Degree obtained with distinction. Michaela Kotze. Ilse Lawrence. Jessica Tambudzai Mtuma, degree obtained with distinction. Taryn Reinefeld. Sakina Abdurrahman. Laureen Nicole Abrahams. Violette Luansha Virgilian and Blom. Karen Iona Finney, degree obtained with distinction. Rafiq Garland. Kaylin Hill. Gregory Joseph Martin. Michelle Meaty. Mugathasan Pillay. Benjamin Alexander Schoolman. Sanelisiwe Sithole. Joral Willemse. Maria Petronella Carstens. Annette Emerit Fransman. Greg Kaniki Chishima. Nicole Gail Klassen. Nabila Latif. Willem Hendrik Low. Jamie Masonheimer. Aviwe Mfazwe. Indwe Maga. Dalukolo Mlokoti. Jana Retief. Sean Yolinda Swart.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Senesiso Gift Hola. Luke Charles York.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive a postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Astrid Elvira Arense. Fuyiswa Pumza Gumede. Pepokazi Betijak. Mpo Anita Kutama. Musiwa Ndoweni Mabidi. Yodwa Lindiwe Lindekile Mhlaba. Sibusiso Funky Goodwill Nhlapo. Athini nathi Pupuma. Ramaisela Moleboheng Seroka.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Dinah Rose April. Ngomisa Nayo. Nadia Swarboy.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Muso Musenye. Jan Jacobus Swanepoel.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received diplomas in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Yannick Mufunyi Kako Longo. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the National Diploma. Sefas Shumba.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Law. Wayne Colin Anderson. Justine Annalyn Digard, diploma obtained with distinction. Megan Nomvula Duve. Sauhed Relaz Fransman. siphe ngemuntu.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive a diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Jandre Alas. Spokazi Monica Binza. Elizabeth Box. Karel Petras Esterese. Wesley Rufus Walter Swart. Heloise Lucille Wagner. Jerome Zoutman.
Yes!
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive a national diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Roseline Asungafak. Gift Nozi Po Makaka. Tenje Lwa Noraka.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Onke Mansia receives a diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to extend our congratulations to our graduates this morning. Can we give them a round of applause? The University of South Africa is truly proud to have graduates like you. We encourage you, if you are receiving your diploma this morning, that you should pursue your degree. And if you were graduating with your degree, you should follow up with your honors and masters. And if you have a master's degree, professor, yes, your PhD. So you were already told by the Chancellor's address that the red gown must be what you look toward. But the implications therein and more work that you have to do. So I want you also to look at the colleagues sitting in the podium. They represent various successes in the knowledge arena, with the knowledge that they create, the products that they do, your formation as the intellectuals of our country and of the global arena. So I'd like you to extend your appreciation to them. They represent. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request you to give your relatives, your family, your loved ones a standing ovation and a round of applause. They've made you proud. Not you. I didn't say you. I said your parents. I don't know how you got your degrees. I asked your parents. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to, on behalf of all the staff of the University of South Africa, we want to thank you, not only because you are associated with our graduates, but because you're members of society, that we value you and we thank you for making our event a dignified event where we celebrate the accomplishments of our students, your relatives, your families. Thank you very much. We really wish you all the best and thank you for having been with us. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Thank you. Finally, colleagues, you who are graduating today, may you please stand up? May you please show your parents your certificate, what they came here for? No, sorry. My colleagues here will not be happy with me. You didn't come for the brown envelope. Yes, you can testify your success and thank you very much. You may be seated. So colleagues, at this time that you're formed and you are members of the alumni of this august university, we invite you to really be social agents, change agents that contribute your knowledges to the transformation of our societies, its sectors that try to ensure that the life, being, meaningfulness are manifest. We also recognize that you're one of the few, as Professor Makwe was stating, who were already in the digital systems when other universities were closed. You were still continuing with your studies. We want you to be an e-tutor at UNISA, but if you're not able to be one at UNISA, try to contribute to your society, improve the digital skills so that we can transform our participation in the global arena. Also ensure that the lifelong learning that we're talking about, to saying your degree was not a destination, but there's still more that you can acquire, is an important imperative. And lastly, we know that now that you have graduated at the University of South Africa, you'll also be creating your own employment, or your employment will be resourceful, that you'll be earning in rands, dollars, CFAs, cedis, yuans, euros, and so on. But that because you understand in societies that are separated by binaries or in our Gini coefficients, where some live on marginality, economic marginality, and some are well-resourced, that you can at least contribute to UNISA bursary fund and ensure that you hold a hand or an intellect that may not be able to be exercised only because of the limitations of funding. So we would like you to partner with us to become part of the circle of caring, circle of excellence, and of a globally impactful circle of excellence. I wish you all the best. Welcome to the place of leadership. And I wish you and your parents all the best. At this point, colleagues, I'm going to request you to just wait for the singing of the national anthem and for us to dissolve the event. If I may ask, may I please request you to stand for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are on page 20 of our program, if you may not know them. Thank you. By virtues of powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, may you remain standing for the procession. Thank you.